Google.org, which is the philanthropic arm of the American technology company, has pledged to support the Tony Elumelu Foundation with a $3 million grant, which will provide entrepreneurship training, mentorship, and coaching to 5,000 African female entrepreneurs. Google.org's lead for Europe, Middle East, and Africa, Liza Belozerova, and Somachi Chris-Asoluka, the Director for Partnerships and Communication at the Tony Elumelu Foundation, joined me earlier to discuss the details.
I'd like to start by just outlining the paradox then that we see on the continent. 27% of entrepreneurs in Africa are women. It's the highest rate of female entrepreneurs in the world comparatively to men. But at the same time, female entrepreneurs on the continent face significant challenges in access to funding. They face challenges with growth opportunities. And a lot of entrepreneurs, women, are in the informal sector. And 90% of working women in Africa are engaged in the informal sector, in fact, and it has been badly hit by the reductions in social interactions due to COVID. So we believe that access to knowledge, particularly through mentorship networks and training, access to technology, digital skills, digital infrastructures, online tools, and of course, capital, is key to supporting these women through these challenges on their journey to entrepreneurship. And our vision, of course, is aligned with the incredible work Tony Elumelu Foundation has been doing on the continent. And we are delighted to be providing this funding to scaling and growth of the work focused on women at the foundation.
All right, and let me bring in Somachi from the Tony Elumelu Foundation into the conversation here. Somachi, like Lisa rightly said, access to finance to women is still a challenge on the continent here. But I'd like to understand how this will impact the work the Tony Elumelu Foundation is already doing.
Thank you so much, Ken, and thank you, Lisa. I think Lisa has done a fantastic introduction to the work that we do at the Tony Elumelu Foundation. We've been around since 2010, and since then, we're exclusively focused on empowering young African entrepreneurs across all 54 African countries. Our entrepreneurship program caters to men and women entrepreneurs, but this collaboration centers on women entrepreneurs. In fact, what we've seen from our experience in this space is that women face gender-specific challenges in creating and sustaining businesses. And so they need gender-specific support to enable them scale their enterprises and sustain these businesses. For example, in our own case at the Tony Elumelu Foundation, even though women and men apply in equal numbers or begin the applications in equal numbers, we find that at the end of the application cycle, we have twice, 3 times as many men who have completed the application. So this means that even in something as routine as filling out an application form, women face specific obstacles and challenges and need even more support. Because of all this understanding and insight, the foundation understands the importance of representation and visibility. So more women need to see themselves in successful enterprise across the continent. More women need to know that people like them have succeeded in business and need to be inspired by these people. So at the Tony Elumelu Foundation, we're also showcasing and promoting our women alumni and all the wonderful businesses they're running to inspire more women to apply for our program. We're happy to say that between last year and this year, we received over 400,000 applications from across all 54 African countries to our program, and about 40% of that number came from women entrepreneurs. So certainly in 2015, we had only about 22% of all submissions women. Now we've grown to 40%. We hope to continue to do more. And because of this grant support from Google.org, we're going to be able to fund an additional 500 women entrepreneurs. I think it's fantastic that we're able to scale and reach more women in need.
Definitely, we'd like to see those numbers continue to rise there because we need to solve this challenge, especially on the continent. But let me get to Liza back. And Liza, we've seen Google continue to make this significant investment on the continent. I'd like to speak to what the goal is here and how this journey has been so far.
Of course. So just a few words about Google.org for those who might not be familiar. It's Google's philanthropy. We have existed since the beginning of Google, and our mission globally is to help solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, combining funding, innovation, and technical expertise to support underserved communities and provide opportunity for everyone. And in the last years, we have been expanding our footprint across Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And you might remember that our CEO, Sundar Pichai, was in Lagos in 2017 and announced our first $20 million philanthropic commitment to improving the lives of Africans across sub-Saharan Africa. And the key focus for us has been supporting local nonprofit organizations. We know that actually only 2% of Western philanthropic funding goes to local nonprofit organizations. So for us at Google.org, it was key to power local social impact ecosystem. And we have been focusing on that in the economic empowerment space for women and youth. So far, we have supported more than 50 local organizations in this space. And of course, innovation in social impact and convening the philanthropic ecosystem is also at the heart of what we do with programs, for example, like the first ever Pan-African online safety fund that we ran together with Impact Amplifier, a nonprofit based in South Africa. So it's been an exciting journey for us over these years, and we're looking forward to supporting more nonprofit organizations on the continent, helping innovate, helping scale, and finding local solutions to local problems.
Definitely still a lot of areas of interest, and we'll definitely get into how that is playing out for you. But let me get Somachi back into the conversation. Somachi, I'm curious here to know what the selection criteria is for women who are looking to tap into this funding.
Thank you, Ken. This is going to be part of the 2021 Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. We've been running this program since 2015. It's a $100 million commitment from our founder to empower the next generation of African entrepreneurs. Selection criteria is pretty straightforward. We need to know that the businesses understand the solutions you're bringing to the market, that they have knowledge of their market, they have knowledge of the needs and desires and wants of their future consumers. We also need to know that these entrepreneurs have demonstrated a leadership track record. So whether leading small groups or teams, we need to know that they have what it takes to build a business team and lead that business team. We also need to know that the entrepreneur has thought carefully about their product. They've thought about what needs that product to be meeting and how to scale that enterprise. Finally, we want to make sure that you're sustainable. Each of our entrepreneurs will identify the SDG goals that their businesses directly contribute to. We know that sustainability is a critical concern across the continent. Our entrepreneurs need to demonstrate a long-term mindset and a sustainable one. If the entrepreneurs meet this criteria, they go through our training program. The most successful entrepreneurs on the training program will go through a pitching round. This is where they demonstrate to a panel of judges that indeed these businesses are theirs. They understand what the businesses will do, and they're able to run them successfully. Each entrepreneur will also develop a business plan that is robust, comprehensive, and takes into account all the different aspects of their businesses. After this, the entrepreneur is eligible to receive funding from TEF, our partners, and of course, tap into Google.org.